pretty. That's good. It's cooking. Hello, how you doing? I'm going to teach you today how to make a habanero hot sauce. It's the morning. I feel better in the mornings than the evenings, so maybe I'll look a little less ragged. The first step today, I'm gonna shotgun a soda. Hopefully this works. That seems like pretty good. Alright, getting eaten up by bugs. Okay, to make a hot sauce, you need to take some precautions. You should take some precautions, like making sure the microphone for the camera's on. Also, you should open a window. And a door too, if you got one. Making hot sauce releases noxious fumes into the air, which you might breathe. It might make it difficult to breathe. Also, we gotta talk about hand safety. I'm gonna wear these gloves that are not approved for food use. You can use gloves that are. Also, a funny story, Courtney is a teacher and her students think that I'm a tattoo artist because I have a beard. Okay, so these are to protect your hands. These do not breathe at all, so you'll get sweaty hands, which is, I guess some people are into that. Most people aren't. But this is to keep you from the hot, spicy oil of the peppers getting on your hands and then on whatever you touch, like your eyeballs or your junk or your butt. So take precautions. These are 2 habaneros that I grew, and you can compare them to some kind of shitty store-bought ones. You can see the colors are different, different species. So we'll start by prepping the peppers. You're going to want to wash these. If you want to start stemming them now, you can. Stemming means removing the stem. It's a pretty obvious term. I don't like to assume you know anything, viewer. We'll start with store-bought. This is like the shittiest looking one. Chop off the top and check out the inside. If you see black stuff, remove it, cut it in half, and any kind of black stuff we'll just pull out. Something to note, many recipes will have you remove the seeds. You're gonna remove so much of the heat if you do that, the membrane too. So we're gonna leave them in. The downside is that you get maybe a thicker, maybe slightly bitter sauce, but it'll be spicier. And since we're stretching these peppers, we're gonna leave them in. That looks like a nice pepper. All right, so here's one of mine. It's a softer. See on the inside, looks about the same, not too different. They have a little bit of different smell. It's just like slightly different flavors, I guess. I don't know. Now that we've got our hot peppers loosely chopped, again, it's not a super big deal because we're just gonna blend things, but when you chop things up, you get more surface area for it to cook. We'll put that aside for now. We're gonna use these Mexican green onion bulbs. We're using that instead of a typical onion because I think it has a little more wild flavor, and I think that's nice in a hot sauce. We're only gonna use the white part. I'm gonna chop these up, remove that outer layer. It's hard to peel onions in gloves, like actually really hard. All right, we're just gonna rough chop. Okay, here I have an extraordinarily large bulb of garlic. Is that a clove? No, it's weird. I'm just gonna rough chop. Everything gets blenderinoed. All right, now over here, we got our pot. We're gonna add a very small amount of oil, just a little boop. Boop. That's probably a teaspoon. We're gonna start our garlic and onions there, medium heat. I think a little habanero got in there, that's okay. Alright. If you know anything about hot sauce, this is not surprising, but if you don't know anything about hot sauce, you might be surprised that I'm about to put some carrots in this. This is a multitude of reasons here. I think I'm going to use 4. Carrots have a particular trait in common with habaneros. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what that characteristic is. If you guessed orange, wow! Nice job. We're gonna peel them, trying to make a pretty sauce, because we're a pretty princess, so are you. Alright, so now you need to make them smaller, and a lot of people will choose to shred them. I think that shredding is not worth the time or effort, so we're just gonna chop them. 4 carrots at once. I'm a machine! Alright, we're gonna let these cook a little bit before we do the other stuff. It smells good. I've run out of room on my cutting board, so I'm gonna start putting things in this bowl. That's right, you put the orange with the orange. You learned this skill in kindergarten. Well, I did. You need heat and bulk to your sauce. So one way you can make a sauce for sissies is to mix in some bell peppers And you want to pick a color that is also orange. Incredible. Who would have guessed? So we're just gonna chop this up so we can cook it down. Now there's no point in keeping the seeds for this because they don't have the flavor, unlike hot peppers. All right, more orange. All right, our garlic onion is a little bit brown. We're gonna add the other stuff. We do not want it to burn because that burn taste will come in through there. Try to avoid that. Here's our orange stuff. And we're gonna briefly saute this before adding some water. There is a lot of water in these ingredients, which will be released, but if we didn't add water and like boil it down, everything would just burn. Okay, we've briefly sauteed it. Not even really. That's some water. We're gonna like just cover, you want like hopefully to get by with as little water as possible. Okay, now we are not gonna use a lid because we want to cook out the water as much as possible. The downside of that is that the steam from this pot is going to have spicy shit in it, which will get into our nose, our eyes, maybe our ears, and that could be unpleasant. So we gotta get it boiling. Gotta let it cook down. So I'll show you when it's boiling. We'll simmer it for a while. For now, we wait. If you can't tolerate being in the kitchen, you need to set up a wind tunnel using a box fan. Don't pay attention now how dirty this is. Don't worry about it. Right. They're gonna set up here, and it'll push the wind out of my house towards the window and the door. Works great. We need to get the out of here. See you later. Come back later.
Where are you going?
I want to show it. All right, we cooked it down. Here's what it looks like. It's mushy. Like an hour or so. So everything's fully cooked. We are going to add vinegar now. Well, actually, sorry. We're gonna add a couple more things first. So you'll want some lemon for your sauce. Here's the lemon we picked. I grew this. So, do the normal cut in half. So cute. I'm just kidding, but I do want to try to eat it. It's so tart. Add some lemon juice. This is just for flavor. I didn't want to cook it in the lemon juice because I wanted the lemon to be a little bit more up front. We're going to use half a lemon worth of juice. And this is going to be salt to taste. You want it pretty salty, so just add a lot of salt. All right. Now we are going to blend this with our vinegar. You can use different vinegars for different sauces. They have different flavor profiles. Regular white vinegar is fine, it's the most basic. If you're looking for something that has the least flavor in terms of how it affects things, rice vinegar, like brown rice vinegar, is the way to go. Apple cider vinegar is good, it has more of a savory flavor. We are going to use habanero infused. It's an infusion. This is a byproduct actually. And I remember I was telling you can soak peppers in vinegar to start them fermenting. This is the runoff product that this guy is selling. And that's also why I wasn't too worried about how spicy it would be. So we got peppers in our vinegar too. By the way, this is from Frankie V. Me and Mike met this guy at a hot sauce convention. And everything he makes is like fantastic. He was a really cool dude. I liked meeting him. Now I'm interested in what it tastes like. Whoa! Whoa! That's so spicy. Okay, we have vinegar here. We're gonna start with that, and we're gonna try to blend it in. Oh, me. That's not for drinking. Ugh, that was a hell of a burn. All right, don't put your eyes near this. All right, so it's very thick. We could either water this down or add more vinegar. I don't want to add any more vinegar. Not right now. So I'm gonna water it down. You can see, you can use this as is. This is like a paste. Some people like it like that consistency. Just do a little bit of water at a time. You can use a spoon to mix it to kind of see where you're at. See already where we're getting there. And I want this one to be pretty runny, actually, because I want it to be able to be pourable. It's nice and thinned out. We'll give it another run with this just to make sure everything's all in there together. All right, let's give it a taste. That's a damn fine sauce. It's f***ing hot. It tastes like habaneros. It's good. I need to blow my nose. So you got a couple of different choices on how you want to store this stuff. You can put it in a hot sauce bottle like this. That's about 5 ounces, I think. It's way easier to fill these if you have a funnel. Mine's MIA. We gotta do it real slowly. I knew that would happen. Okay, so that's evidence that we didn't mix it well enough. Hopefully that did the trick. All right, and we cap it and we wash it off. You can see there's our nice bottle of hot sauce. What other people like to do is put it in a jar, a couple jars, and just spoon it out when they want to use it. There you go. So the hot sauce You should keep it in the fridge. We're not pasteurizing it, so it's not shelf stable like your normal stuff. But it lasts roughly 6 months. It'll start to lose its flavor at that point. But we should also taste it on a taco. This is the ultimate hot sauce test. How does it taste on a lukewarm Taco Bell taco? That's a lot. Hopefully it doesn't burn my butt. Real good. Real nice. Wonderful. There's the tomato on my hand. That's how you make the habanero sauce. It's good. Adios.